8 buttons you were told not to press in video games and then pressing them, because that's what you do. 80% of the time when you're told not to touch something, you touch it. Shouts out to Skidden. She's been spending a lot of time shooting vids with me. Appreciate that. And shouts out to my computer screen that I learned to shut off to stop the irritatingly large glare that shows up when it's on. I'll cut this one off too. Instead of all of that extracurricular lighting, actually that yellow light adds another layer to the lighting that I like. I actually like that. It adds a little bit more mood to it. A little bit more, a little bit of a brightness that I like. So anyways, enough talking about that. Play, pause. So let's get into it, man. I like vids like this. These video game videos always kind of just sit around in my playlist and like never make time for them. And so before I head out, this is always a nice thing to do. So let's get into it, man. Play.
As people who play video games, we know what you do with buttons. You press them. Face buttons, D-pad buttons, triggers, whatever we call these things now, press the hell out of them. So when we're presented with a button that we're not supposed to press, we're more conflicted than a sushi chef at SeaWorld. Consider these buttons that we were clearly told not to press, but did anyway.
Sushi
and
chef
watch out spoilers from the following games.
Portal, the Stanley Parable. Man, great game. I should play that again. That one was fun.
After you complete Modern Warfare 2, you wind up in a museum commemorating the events that just took place. Man, they built this place fast. Unlike all other museums, however, this one contains a big, conspicuous button that tells you not to press it. That's gotta be a typo. Why would you even have a button I'm not supposed to press? I bet if I do press it, all these army men will do a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic song routine.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
It's like the Keswick Pencil Museum all over again.
Damn! Nigga, get to cover, bruh! Get to cover, bruh! You did not make it. What the fuck in the hell is Space Quest?
At the beginning of Space Quest, space janitor Roger Wilco must escape a spaceship before it gets space exploded. You nick a shuttle for this very purpose, inside which you find several buttons, only one of which is labelled, "This button is not to be pushed at any time." Probably another typo.
Probably another typo.
You press it because of course you do, then you discover
you have a feeling you shouldn't have pressed that button you just pressed.
it activates the shuttle's psychedelic freakout generator.
Oh shit. It's a kaleidoscope.
Why do we even have one of those? Then you're whipped through a kaleidoscopic portal into another dimension faster than you can say "my finger slipped" before crash landing in the grounds of Nottingham Castle in Conquests of the Longbow, another game by Space Quest developer Sierra. You're stranded in the Dark Ages, centuries away from any kind of cool space travel, but not to
I might play this game. I have serious organ damage. All of them. Of course, could be easily replaced in the time period from which you are just arrived. However, a quick scenery check reveals that you are now in the Dark Ages. The only transplant you'll get here is from a carcass to spit over flame.
Travel, but not to worry, you've only got a few moments to regret your compulsion to push all buttons before you die of your injuries.
Jesus, you and your dad. Game over. That's fucked up. It really kills you, nigga. That's fucked up.
Way to rub it in, game over screen, thanks.
By the time I find my way in, the sheriff will be fast asleep. I watched the last guest leave about an hour ago, and the servants are no doubt cleaning up while the rest of the house turns in for the night. Now to find my way over that wall.
Nietzsche wrote that a living being seeks above all else to discharge its strength. A button, on the other hand, seeks above all else to be pushed. And who am I to stop a button from fulfilling its purpose in life?
It's like a real ass thief. Look at him. In the dark and shit.
In Thief 2 mission Blackmail, you infiltrate the sheriff's grand estate, and while you're hanging out
I got a blackmail for you. Damn right.
In the basement, you discover this cheeky little number with a sign telling you not to push it. As if...
What happens?
And what do I get for helping said button live a rich, full life of being pushed?
Oh,
Spiders
hell
is
no.
what? Out of nowhere
Fat
to ruin my day.
Spiders, bruh. You're dead as fuck.
Ah!
that water arrow
So that was the
not gonna
spider
sand
button.
you, man.
Maybe if the sign had said that instead.
Well. Welcome to my lair.
In the final showdown with Wheatley at the end of Portal 2, you are faced with a button to override the stalemate between Wheatley and GLaDOS, who both want control of the facility.
Please press the stalemate resolution button.
The button is conveniently located behind an impassable grill, and Wheatley is super duper keen on you not pressing it.
Do it! I forbid you to press it!
Neither of those things are going to keep you from making like salt and pepper and pushing it real good, because duh, you've got this portal gun for one, and for two, why would you listen to that spherical idiot?
Don't press that button! Don't press it!
Don't press
or
it.
I booby trap the stalemate button!
If only you'd have listened, then you wouldn't have been exploded.
Are you still alive? You are joking! You have got to be kidding me!
It's like my fireworks making class all over again.
You
The
have
voodoo
got
are important
to
to
be kidding
those who
me.
study the martial
Bro, how do you not press the button though? That's the only thing. You gotta press that shit. I don't care at all. You're not a real video gamer if you don't give a fuck enough to press that button. It's not real life. You can get away with fucking up.
arts. Those without the voodoo often strayed from the path and were hated by others.
Shenmue 2 is a game that loves its QuickTime events.
Yeah.
Almost every action in the game, no matter how mundane, comes with its own set of quick response button prompts, from chasing street thieves to punching trees to, oh my god, carrying books.
I hate games
Be
that
careful,
do that.
the books here are precious.
Bro, Donkey just did a video on this fucking game, bro. You should watch it.
It's not that hard, Rio. Look, the point is, a few hours into Shenmue 2, you are well and truly trained to expect QTEs, which is why it's such a mindfuck when you reach a point where you have to completely ignore a button prompt to succeed. This happens when you try to learn an ancient principle of martial arts from a psychopathic barber who tells you to not move no matter what happens while he waves a straight razor at your neck.
Do not move, no matter what happens.
There then follows the longest few seconds of your life as the A button prompt flashes on screen beeping like crazy, exploiting all the instincts the game's been programming you with for the past several hours.
Press it. Press the fuck.
Or, more likely, you move like you were told not to, then get threatened by a man with a cutthroat razor and kicked out of his barbershop.
I said no matter what. You have no courage. You aren't fit to learn the
Does
voodoo.
the game start over or is that
Come
it?
back when you gain some courage.
Press Y to cry hot tears of shame.
Ah, the impossible quiz. You bastard.
Online flash game The Impossible Quiz pretty much does what it says on the tin.
Chalice, bro.
Make it through 34 questions of this and you get to question 35, where the game tells you that pressing this button will result in a game over. This is probably one of the Impossible Quiz's tricks though. I'm not falling for that one, quiz.
So you press it and the game starts over.
Is there a possible quiz I can play instead?
Good news, everyone! I've sold Planet Express to Mom.
Also, why are you wearing that funky hat?
What? Oh, this? No reason.
You probably remember the suicide booths from Futurama. They're booths on the street that resemble telephone boxes, which will kill
I've
you
never
for a
played
small
the game,
fee
though.
because the future is a terrible place. Well, those booths also appear in the Futurama video game, despite having the consequences of stepping inside and pressing the button made clear to you by the TV show and the booth
the
name
title,
and
yeah.
common sense. Good news, everyone.
Press that
It's
shit
still an
anyway.
option,
Press it
an
anyways.
irresistible option.
Who gives a fuck?
I wonder what will happen.
In use.
Son of a...
Well,
In
I
use.
think I was expecting.
I would be so sad.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee
Stanley Parable is
number
such a good game.
427.
It's so good.
Employee number 427's job was simple.
The Stanley Parable tells the story of Stanley, an anonymous employee at a mysterious company whose every action is foretold by a disapproving narrator.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
You can disobey this disembodied voice, but do everything he says and you'll end up being told to press a button to turn off a mind control machine. Ignore the narrator and press the button you're not told to press, the one that turns the machine on, and you'll soon regret it.
How long until detonation then? Say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Still, this is a video game, so there will be a way out of this. I probably just need to press these buttons in the right order to stop the countdown.
I mean, look at you. running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
Yeah, but I mean if I press all the buttons.
Another choice. Make it count.
Right, that's it. I'm never going near another button in my life.
It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
Well guys, thanks for watching this video about the buttons you were told not to press and then you pressed them anyway, as did we. And so if this whole thing has taught us anything, it's that people will always press buttons that they're told not to press. On that note...
Don't press on all these buttons for all these other videos. For sure, we won't press them at all. I'll see you in the next one, ChavezzSlovakia. Link me some more video game stuff. It'll sit on the list for a couple months, and then we'll finally get to it at a random day, much like this one. All right, we'll see you around. There weren't any other questions. There were just some kind of like random concerns and stuff about things that aren't that serious. And you guys have, for whatever reason, like I know school has started, but y'all have gotten very sensitive since school started. I'll tell you that. And just relax. We're here to have a good time, man. So just come here and chill out. All right, we'll see y'all around. Peace.
Crocs, 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 Crocs. I'm rocking Crocs. I'm rocking Crocs. I'm rocking Crocs. Wearing Crocs, boy. I'm rocking Crocs. I'm rocking Crocs. I'm rocking Crocs. Wearing Crocs, boy. My Crocs are gold. My pops is old. My Crocs got soul. My Crocs are bold. I go to church wearing Crocs. I'm always turned wearing Crocs. My Crocs are great. Your Crocs are lame. With my Crocs, I can cross a lake. Crocs, 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 Crocs.